Hello, you guys. Welcome to Arise and Walk Audaciously free 30-day challenge. My name is Aundra.Williams. I am the founder of herrevived Co., an online ministry to help women such as you to walk fearlessly, audaciously, restored through the finished work of Jesus. If you have yet, you guys, to opt inside of the challenge, I want for you to click the link below because you will have access to not only the fast and prayer and challenge details, but a fast and prayer guide, a free Telegram community where I'll be inside to help you, to pray for you, to offer assistance. You will also have 4 worksheets that will teach you how to arise and walk audaciously. And alongside of all of that, you guys, you will have 4 videos such as this one to help you within different topics as we go throughout this challenge. So each week, you guys, I am asking you to not only to drop your responses inside of the Telegram community, but also within the comment section below. So as other women are joining inside of this challenge, that they'll be able to see the evidence of God moving as we are progressing and growing each week. The responses are going to be overflowing, and we're just so excited because as the new women come in, that they'll be able to see other women taking a stand and learning how to walk audaciously. So within week 1, we are talking about no longer hiding, coming out of your hiding space. The scripture reference I want to use is Esther 4:13. Mordecai, he said unto Esther that do not think that you're safe alone because you are in the king's palace. You are in the king's house. Do not think that just because that you are in the king's house, you alone of all the Jews will escape. Now, we know that just within this whole entire book, it is all about saving the Jews from being murdered, that there was an assigned assassin that was sent out to attack all of the Jews. And Mordecai, he said unto Esther, he said that do not think that you're safe just because you are in a hiding space. Now, one of the things I used to believe is that I thought that I was safe just because I wasn't pursuing the things that God has called me to pursue. I wasn't in active pursuit of ministry and starting an online brand or starting just a business or hosting small groups. I used to always think that I was safe from the attacks of the enemy. I used to always think that I was safe from certain things happening to me because I'm not actively answering the call of God on my life. I saw within other people how when they accepted the call of God, that it was a lot of things that was happening to them. And so I was looking at myself, I was like, there's no way that I'm going to arise and to take my position because look at all the crazy things that's happening within my family, within my mom firsthand. It was just so much warfare. And I thought that to myself that just because I was in this hiding space of not accepting the call of God that was upon my life, that I was exempt, that I was safe from the enemy still trying to attack my life, the enemy still sending threats and things happening to me, and for me dealing with like oppression. I thought that I was safe. So Mordecai, he said unto Esther that do not think that you are safe from the attacks of the enemy just because you are in a hiding space. Do not think that just because you are not in active pursuit of the thing that God has called for you to do, that means that the enemy is going to let up off of you and for you to walk, oh, as my family say, oh, free willy-nilly down the street. Do not think that. Right. And so this is one of the things that I oftentimes battle with. As I said, like I was in this hiding space because I thought to myself that certain things only would happen because I was in active pursuit, right? But we know that there is a call and also an assignment upon all of us, that God has individually placed an assignment within all of us. Inside of our fearfully made membership, it is all about us really just stepping out there and knowing that we are fearfully and wonderfully made, and that each and every one of us, we have we have an assignment that God has called us on. And some of the times we feel like, God, I'm just a Christian. I'm just going to stay home. I'm just going to go to church on Sundays. I'm not going to do all those things, and we're safe. We're safe from the enemy attacking us, attacking our family. But that is not the truth, right? So as Mordecai said unto Esther, that do not think that you're safe just because you are in a hiding space. We know within the Bible that the enemy is a roaring, raging lion, okay? He is looking for those opportunities, and it doesn't even matter if it's opportunities related towards your purpose, but that there is always going to be something that the enemy is trying to attack you in, and something that the enemy is always trying to devour you in. So within this challenge specifically, I wanted to just have it to be where we know that we have been in a hiding space because we don't want to go throughout the process. We don't want to go through the certain things, or we don't want to be vulnerable. We don't want to expose different things and to allow for people to know the things that we hide internally. So we stay within this hiding space. Or maybe you are in a hiding space because you yourself, you do not feel as if you are adequate enough to do the things that God has called for you to do, to host a small groups, to lead the ministry, to lead the business. You do not feel as if you're adequate enough to do that. So you stay in this hiding space. But I want to be somewhat like Mordecai, as he said unto Esther, do not think that you're safe just because you are in a hiding space. Do not think that you're safe just because you are in a hiding space. I want for you, when it comes to arising and walking, the first half of this is learning what are some of the things that you feel like you have to play it safe with. Like, what are some of the things that you are internally battling with that makes you want to stay in a hiding space, right? As I look over my life and the things that I was internally battling with, it was a lot of the wounds and the scars. And so I didn't want to accept the call of God, even though I was hearing constantly, and even also too, the things that God has called for me to do, sometimes it would keep me up at night. Sometimes I'll be so vexed in the spirit because I knew that God has called me to do something, but I was just in this position of hiding, right? And as Mordecai said unto Esther, do not think that you're safe from the attacks of the enemy just because you are in a hiding space. You might as well, as my friend said, you might as well step into that thing that you're hiding from and learn how to fight back. So my question unto you is, what are you hiding from? What are you hiding from? Why do you feel as if you have to run and hide instead of actively being in the thing that God has called you to step into? Why are you in a hiding space? There's a difference between obscurity and you hiding. Within this particular context, is about us being in a hiding space, not because of God is calling us to himself, and that's what the just being obscurity is, but the hiding space is when we are in a space like how Esther was, where she was like, oh, I'm in a safe space. My life is easy. I know if I accept the call of God, then certain things are going to happen to me. I have the money that I need. I know that if I go into ministry, I may not have the money. So I'm going to be in this hiding space because I know that in order for me to step up into that, there's going to be a part of me that will have to be processed and refined. And I don't want to go through that. I don't want to go and heal. I don't want to go and forgive. I don't want to let go of all of the rehearsing spirits that told me to be mad at my mom, that told me to be mad at my sisters, or people who have hurt me. I know that being in a safe space means that I stay confined to the walls of guilt and shame. I know that being here means that I feel safe, right? And being on the other side of that is unpredictable. But just as Mordecai said, I don't think that you're safe just because you're not in active pursuit of the thing that God has called for you to do. The enemy still wants to attack. The enemy still wants to lie. The enemy still wants to kill and destroy. So my question unto you is that, since knowing that the character of the enemy doesn't change regardless if you're in your pursuit of your calling and your assignment, or if you're on the outskirts, why are you hiding? Why are you hiding? That's going to be week one, where I want for you guys to comment below, why are you in a hiding space? I want for you also to join inside of the Telegram community and to answer this and to say that I'm hiding because I'm afraid. And then we can go into week two understanding exactly what we need to do to rid ourselves from in order for us to walk and to arise audaciously in our call and assignment. All right, you guys, that is all for week 1. I'm so excited to talk to you within week 2.